because a lot of people say, oh, Game & Watch is so hard to kill. You know, he still is a floaty, but the thing is, if you're not able to combo into those kill moves like Zero Suit's back air, maybe the second hit of forward air, it's really difficult to kill him. But especially with Jason, he'll often space for like a side B, make it safe, even if you try to shield it, and then he'll just get that back air. And he's really consistent. I think that's the one thing that's going to make it difficult for Loyal. But Loyal being the Game & Watch player basically of SoCal, we'll see what he can do.
Yeah. You know, Loyal's beaten J-Falls one time. It was almost a year ago. And then since then, J-Falls has just been super consistent. I don't want to credit myself, but it's because I moved to San Diego. And, but yeah, so J-Falls knows his matchup really well, plays against me very frequently, plays against Loyal pretty frequently. And, you know, he knows what to do. And you'll see back air just being spaced a lot. Back air, when you space it correctly, is safe on shield, and it's a kill move. And, yeah, it's really, really good. Like when you get back aired out of shields, Game & Watch, you should just like wave dash back and down tilt, hope that they come towards you. But Jason is so patient.
Right.
He's usually not going to approach after the back air. He's going to back air, see what you do, wait, get the download on your reaction, and then act appropriately.
Right. And I think the one thing that Jason Waterfalls is so good at is his movement is always phenomenal, but mixing that in with mix-ups that Zero Suit has, they're just so great because a lot of times he'll be on ledge and you're like, oh, okay, he jumped. No, that was his down B. He still has something ready for you. So it's always hard to know, can I go in? Is this combo done? And you're like, oh, I'm safe. But it's really hard to judge that against Jason. He's really smart at spacing, and he's just got a really good idea of fundamentals.
Yep. And edge guarding's another place where Zero Suit actually excels a lot compared to other characters against Game & Watch. Because when you can grab ledge and then do those up B shenanigans, up air has like a tipper hitbox in the back, kind of like or not a tipper, but like a tipman, whatever you call it, like Ganondorf, where you can just like get off ledge and then up air and send them at a Sakurai angle. Down smash, if they don't sweet spot it, that's a kill basically every time.
Yeah, the back air will always snuff them out.
And then back air, you can snipe it if they ever don't sweet spot ledge. So Game & Watch, you got to sweet spot ledge every single time, or else you will die.
Right, and right now it looks like Jason Waterfalls has a decent lead, and really the main thing he can owe it to is, if we saw earlier, when Loyal's flicking all of this bacon, his dash dance was phenomenal, and he was still spacing back airs, all the while avoiding all of that food getting flung at him.
Yep, and there's the Nair train into the up B.
The Nair plane.
You know?
I
call it a train when seriously, it's just more reminiscent of a train.
But it flows. It's a Nair.
It flows, but it makes like the chug sound with Zero Suit. You know, it's like on a track.
Long story short, he took him for a ride in some type of vehicle.
He used the vehicle move.
Exactly.
That one. Yeah. So.
And something else is, you were talking about down smash, and a lot of Game & Watches enjoy crouch cancel. Does that lessen the hit stun from the down smash, or how does that work?
Crouch canceling?
Right, if you were to crouch cancel Zero Suit's down smash.
I don't think it affects the hit stun on it, actually.
Okay. And I mean, if that's the case, then you would take it and you look at it that way because, Game & Watch's crouch cancel, if I can space and hit this down smash, foregoes the whole down tilt shenanigans that you can pull off. Ooh, that would
Game Watch is at that weight where when you get a down air, instead of just comboing into another down air, you can combo into like a forward air or a back air really, really easily.
Right. Jason Waterfalls, though. He's a character, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
and
there
there's
it is.
The last back air. It's just so hard for Game Watch to navigate the neutral in that game, especially against a player that's as fast and as precise as J-Falls. It just feels impossible sometimes.
Right. And, let's see. Normally he loves going to FD as a counter pick, but J-Falls immediately strikes that.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to PS2. Probably for the fact that he wants to get kills off the top if he potentially can, because Nair will do that very well off of the parachute, but we'll see.
Yep, and Zero Suit's up tilt comes out frame 3. So you'll see J-Falls kind of use it as a pseudo shine sometimes. Like he'll aerial,
fast.
And then he'll up tilt immediately after. It's not quite safe on shield, but it catches people off guard a lot.
Right, and something to note, this combo's beautiful. But something to note, too, is a lot of pressure. Game & Watch isn't really known for shield pressure. He has the ability maybe with a well-spaced back air, even though it is -6 on shield. But something Zero Suit can do, her jab is frame 2.
Yep.
It's insanely fast, and sometimes being able to pressure Game & Watch to where hopefully you can get that shield poke. He had that issue in Melee. It's just going to make the matchup that much better, because a lot of times you're not going to get those shield grabs. He won't get the Nair, Dare, or whatever out of shield, so helps a lot.
Yeah, J-Falls never going for shield grabs in this matchup. Because he knows all the landing hitboxes. He's just going to, jump out shield, do a different option, not go for the easy thing that doesn't really work on Game & Watch because his hitboxes are so weird.
Right. And there it is. Another back air. We're back 3 stocks apiece. Now, what do you think? Because, I mentioned it earlier a little bit. What do you think about this counter pick? You like it, or?
Yeah, because when you're Game & Watch, you're usually going to want to go to FOD or FD, but Jason knows, so he banned those immediately.
Okay.
And it really just depends where you feel more comfortable at. I probably would have went to Wario or even Green Hill, because I want a smaller stage against against Zero Suit. But like you said, there's a low ceiling here, so kills are going to be easier for Loyal to get with Nair and things like that. So I can understand it. I just like smaller stages in this matchup, but it really just depends what you want to do. And when you're at a high percent, Jason Waterfalls is going to use back air, and not much else.
And yeah, and that's one thing that a lot of people have noted from Zero Suit. She kind of struggles to kill sometimes without hitting that back air, without hitting the second hit of forward air. Obviously, the back air being much more consistent with that, but being able to land that back air is sometimes a little bit of a task. But using movement with platforms, we were seeing earlier, can really make it tricky to know when he's going to go for it.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yeah, with Jason's movement, he can just space back air and then juke you out and then do another back air. And when you're at a high percent, he's basically just going to wait for a back air to kill you with.
And now we're seeing a couple of blaster shots. We know Blank. Ooh, good tech chase.
Yep.
Blank enjoys using them a bit more than Jason Waterfalls does. But how do you think they do in this matchup? Because, of course, that bucket can always come into play. Potentially huge hit if he gets all 3.
Yeah, the thing about Blaster is that it's a fairly decent projectile, but it's very, very laggy. And like you said, Game & Watch has the bucket, but since the Blaster is so laggy, you can't really punish Game & Watch for bucketing it. So when I'm playing this matchup, I elect to not use Blaster too much. I feel like it's too much of a commitment, and the bucket is a problem too. And I think it's better to just get in Game & Watch's face and overwhelm them in the neutral, make sure that they can't bacon or anything. Because Game & Watch's projectile is better than Zero Suit, so you don't want to have that much space between you.
Right. Now, can Zero Suit nair bacon?
No.
Okay.
Zero Suit's nair is intangible.
Right.
Or not intangible, but it's it doesn't interact with other hitboxes. It just goes through. I forgot what that's called.
I believe that is intangible. You could
Is
be
it?
right, but someone will probably correct us in chat regardless.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, no, yeah, okay. But, that's the thing. We haven't seen too much bacon from Loyal, but then again, wow.
It's hard to bacon when Jason's just in your face sprinting around all the time. Jason takes it 2-0 pretty handily.
Yeah, we
Good
get
showing from Loyal. Hard
Loyal.
matchup. Hard person. J-Falls number 9 on that new SoCal PR.
Loyal pineappled himself on PS2 right there. So
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but J-Falls takes it, and it looks like he's going
Next
to be
on
first
stage,
seed.
We got Burnt Socks and... Oh, that's the Doctor?
Doctor from NorCal, the Mario player,
Doctor
or Dr.
and Burnt
Mario.
Socks.
And then we have Burnt Socks, the SoCal Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of the SoCal Yoshis.
Yeah. Other one, being this guy.
We're all kind of, we're a rare breed.
Yeah. So, Burnt Socks recently moved back here because he goes to school in Iowa, but he graduated back in San Diego for a while at least. And he's been doing some work since he's been back here. Beaten Jose V, beaten Xenokids numerous times.
Beat IPK a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how recent it was, but yeah.
Beat IPK. He's beaten Filthy Casual. He's been doing very, very well. Been playing PM for years and years and years, and he was a Brawl Yoshi main before that. So he's got the experience behind him. He's got the neutral game.
Right.
And then the Doctor. I've heard of this man.
The NorCal Mario also